of course, as programmers, especially in Android, we have to keep up with the fast changes. We have to learn a lot of new stuff. My question is, how do you learn new programming concepts? Maybe what sources do you use yourself? Because people often ask me where I learn my programming knowledge from, as if there was this one special source where everything is written down, and only YouTubers have the source because
Yeah.
other people can't find it.
It's secret.
Yeah, so
You
what
won't
do
get
you? Only YouTubers have it, and we have
Yes.
to distribute it to the community. No, but how do you learn new stuff? How do you approach learning a new topic, and how do you keep up with the fast changes?
For me, it helps making courses, because with every new course that I make, I learn a new topic. So I don't usually make, at least the paid courses, I don't make these about topics that I already fully know. Instead, for example, I want to make my next project about a multi-module project, multi-module architecture. And that was something I never dealt that much with. So I now learn that, build a project for myself with that. Then I have learned that topic, so I can build a course, so another project with that. And just having the drive to learn something new with every single course helps me. So now not everybody creates courses. I think you should just take yourself fixed times each week, maybe an hour a day or just once a week for multiple hours, and just dive into one topic you actually want to learn. I think that is really everything you can say to that.
Yeah, I think learning by teaching is the best way to learn. I think it's even proven scientifically that this is the best way to learn,
Yes.
because this way you realize where you have knowledge gaps. Because if you explain something, you have to create a chain of thought that makes sense from beginning to end. If you just apply knowledge, then you can ignore certain stuff and brush it under the rug, basically. But for teaching, yeah.
If you can't explain something in simple terms, then you haven't fully understood it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's like with a song. If you think you know a song, that because you have it in your head, that doesn't mean you could sing it by yourself, like from the beginning to the end. And I think that's the same as you think you understood a concept versus actually explaining a concept.
Maybe you just memorize the steps like a recipe, then you don't understand the topic. Which also, yeah, the thing is, people think that on Android stuff is deprecating so super fast, and I often make fun about it, but I actually think that it's not really deprecating that fast. No. First of all, even stuff like async task was around for years, and no one had a problem with using it. So it's not like this was there and then a week later it was deprecated already. And also we just talked about understanding stuff instead of memorizing it, which is important. And this often makes it easy to switch from one library to another one which works by the same concept. So for example, I haven't used RxJava because this was almost before I started programming. When I started Android, not much later, there was already live data around, which had a similar purpose. But as far as I know, RxJava and the new Kotlin Flow are pretty similar in their functionality. Yeah. They are reactive data sources, right?
Yes.
And I think live data was a little bit of a light version of that. It had some special functionality with the Android lifecycle, but it was also similar. And even some operators that you can use on these variables, on these types, are similar between live data, Flow, and RxJava. And the point I want to make is that if you learned RxJava and you understood how it works instead of just memorizing where you have to put what, then usually switching to Kotlin Flow and considering RxJava may be deprecated or not timely anymore should not be a big problem. And it's the same for a lot of other stuff. Even switching from Java to Kotlin was, in my opinion, relatively easy. You need a week at most to learn the stuff you need to know. And of course, there are some details like special language functionalities, but you can learn them while you are applying them, basically.
I think a lot of people actually don't even think about looking stuff up in the internet. So they just see that deprecated strike through and they go to their favorite Instagrammer and send him a message, hey, this is deprecated, what should I do? And they just need to type that in Google, and very often, if you just type in XYZ is deprecated, replacement, and the first result you get is literally just another function you can use. It's so easy so often.
I actually had it noted down as a later question, what people are doing wrong when they ask a question. And this sums it up pretty well. They are lazy. They don't Google. Yeah. That's the whole point. Google should always be the first place you're searching new information from, because this is what Google was made for, and you find most of the stuff. Of course, we create tutorials, but the point of our tutorials is that we prepare the knowledge in a more concise form, so people don't have to spend all this time searching on Google. But this doesn't mean that you have to wait until we have a tutorial on a particular topic out. You can find all this. This is what we basically do. We just Google this stuff. We spend a lot of time to bring it in this nice video form where it's short and concise and easier to consume. But you should definitely be able to find solutions yourself in Google.
People often also search for something super specific or request you to make a tutorial about something super specific. Like, as well. Hey, please make a tutorial about SQL migration for a job board app.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, learn SQL migration, understand that, and you will be able to apply that for any type of project.
I think people want to find a shortcut. That's the problem. You have to understand that there is no real shortcut in learning. It will be difficult to learn a new concept, no matter if a YouTuber explains it to you or if you search it up yourself in Google. Just someone preparing the knowledge for you doesn't mean that you don't have to go through the process of applying and understanding it yourself. So you will always need effort to learn new programming concepts.